We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. And Jay, these guys are ready to battle.
Ed, when you look down on the court, you see their eyes, that burning passion to play this game. Intensity is going to be off the charts. This is why you play the game. Let's go check it out.
There's nothing like the pressure, the tension, the feeling before the tip. Jay Williams. Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Leonard. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. Missed his first. That one goes.
Old school equals high percentage.
Kawhi Leonard against KD. George buries it on the catch and shoot.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Fires the three. Yes. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Driving right to the basket, leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Leonard, that's rebounded by the Nets. And scores, plus the foul. DeAndre Jordan, another strong finish, going to the line for a chance at three.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7.
Been working on your game.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He made his first effort, but not that time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Kyrie Irving, 2 for 2. That's what you want. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Durant, tough shot. He hits. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
George, not that time. He missed it. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Durant, double figures in the first quarter, now at 10, including that 3.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow-through. That release is effortless.
Nothing going here on that drive. Irving knocks knocks it down. That was a tough shot. Now Doc wants a timeout. His guys find themselves down double digits already in this first quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Clippers have the basketball. George, those shots, Jay, have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get one or two to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
Durant, tough matchup against George. Nothing going here on that drive. Here's Durant for two. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. The pass taken away. He gets it.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you, but it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
To Williams. The drive, right to the basket. Beverly. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Oh, they called the foul.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
The final 2 minutes.
For three, shot off the mark. Good defense. And that one out of bounds off a net. Deep three at the buzzer. Good sign that time, Jay, as they get one to go down. But now let's see if they can get a stop on the other end.
If you're looking at this game like you're looking at your week, it's the first quarter, which means that it's Monday. It's early. Just because you had a bad Monday doesn't mean you can't have a great Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Were you the kind of person who always had that case of the Mondays?
No, it's always Friday, my friend.
That's the way to do it. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. LA Clippers with the basketball. George off the iron. No good. Takes stock of the floor. Lets it fly from long range, and he knocks it down, Jay.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
George, he was all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. No good. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. To Irving from long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. It's LA Clippers ball. George, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Irving. Off the assist.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
And too much contact.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm his team...
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Kyrie across the timeline. It's an 8-point lead. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Kyrie lets it go. Kyrie Irving. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Leonard can't get the bounce.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Durant against George. To Jordan. Able to convert inside. And finishes strong.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Durant matched up with Paul George. Beyond the arc for 3. And Kevin Durant unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the 3.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
To Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. Kyrie Irving. He's now 5 for 6. It's the Clippers with the possession now. To George. Strong finish for Paul George. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Harris here against Harkless. Here's a chance from long range. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Leonard. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. To Irving. Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Irving. That's out. Last touch by Kyrie Irving. Beverly. Brooklyn secures the rebound. Fires the 3. He's got it for 3.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. George. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. That misses with 3 seconds left. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Clippers have the basketball. George He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Probing the defense. Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Irving. Durant lets it fly. Deep two there, won't go. 4-3. Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Kevin Durant lets it fly. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Scores from the post.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
George.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second free throw. Durant across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Durant can't go down. Smothering defense.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
Durant with the basketball up top. His guys holding the big lead. Going to launch beyond the arc. Shakes free and hits.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
George, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
Has a look. Shot no good there by Dinwiddie. Leonard. Jay, you had to figure sooner or later one of those threes was going to go down.
I don't know. I'm a little bit beside myself that he kept shooting the ball at that clip. I mean, when you miss that many shots in a row, you usually try to get to the rim, see the ball go in, then go inside out. But obviously, that's not the case.
Here we go. My ball.
Leonard. And drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
A lackluster first half performance, but this half, you seem like a different person.
Durant across the timeline. Up a dozen. From the outside, no good. Leonard knocks it down and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
Count that one. And a 4-point trip. Nets have the basketball. To Durant. Probing the defense. Durant Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
Flushes it home. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Dinwiddie into the front court. Final minute to play in this third quarter. Not easy.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Durant against George. Trying to cash in, add 2 points to the board.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Fires the 3, can't connect. Durant with the basketball up top. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Throws it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
That misses with a second to go. That ends the third quarter, and the Nets enjoying some breathing room. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Irving. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
And a throwdown.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Leonard. And Jordan able to secure the rebound. Brooklyn with the basketball. Durant defended by Harkless. Count the basket inside. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
Here's Irving into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall to Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Durant here against Harkless. Won't go.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
I think everyone in this building knows it's going to come down to the last 2 minutes. This game is going to be won with who decides to really show up on the defensive end of the ball.
Irving. Man, that was a tough shot.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Baseline drive, the shot won't fall.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Dinwiddie. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Substitution being made in this one.
Are in the building. Entering the game for the Brooklyn Nets. Number 12, Joe Harris.
Kyrie, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
George, that right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Kyrie with the rock. Sizing up the defense. Irving. Not that time. He misses.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Durant. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Leonard gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
One of the most understated things a player can do for himself after having a poor first-half performance, spending some time alone and saying positive words of affirmation. I like that you did that. Now you're on your way.
And Kevin Durant, unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the three.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Leonard. He engulfed him that time. Durant. Offensive. Scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love.
And now a reach, and that's going to be an intentional foul. Free throws here in the final minute of play.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. To Paul George. For 3. And it's Jordan there to handle the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
And Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open. Takes advantage.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Leonard. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Now the Clippers call a timeout. It's just their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more. Straight on 3. At the buzzer, it's the Nets who are victorious as they get a good win on the road. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. We come to you live on EA Sports, and tonight it's a Windy City special. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull. It's Jay Williams.
And we're talking about the best of the best. These guys on the court represent less than 0.001% of the world. I can't wait to see this star-studded affair.
Jay, you know the feeling as the 10 players take the court and we get ready for the opening tip. James, his first effort off the mark, and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Lakers at the controls right now. James, down low boogie. DeMarcus Cousins, 2 for 2. That's what you want. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block. Can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
And Kawhi Leonard buries the 3.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
George shakes free and hits. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Nothing going here on that drive. Beverly. Going to launch beyond the arc. Patrick Beverly stepping up, hits the 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
It's James. It's good. Defense has to pick things up. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Leonard can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Throws it down. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
LeBron James, 3 for 4. Good start.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Anthony Davis pins it. This will be out of bounds off of Davis. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Paul George, 4-2. Add 2 points to the board. James into the front court. They're down 3. JaVale McGee to James. Screen coming. Five on the shot clock. It's LeBron. And it's Zubats with the rebound. George. He made his first effort, but not that time. To Caldwell Pope. Nice pass to get things going.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Strong finish for Paul George. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Substitution being made in this one. To Paul George. Paul George looking good. 4 for 5.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Lakers ball. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Paul George. DeMarcus Cousins swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Oh, whistle.
Welcome to New Age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Patrick Beverly, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Down the lane, but the shot won't fall. Has a chance. A fundamental shot right there. Slams it down. Paul George, he's now 5 for 6. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by JaVale McGee. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. It's good. At the buzzer. He got it out well before the red light came on. And that extends the lead at the end of the first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. George, and he buries it. Jay, the system produces once again. It's James controlling the offense. Oh, emphatic slam.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of that.
Lou Williams. He's 2 for 2 now.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
LeBron into the front court. Down 12. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. To Leonard. That's usually one that he'll knock down. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Los Angeles, they have it. James. Leonard. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
With a drop step. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
A big finish at the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
The drive, right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Kyle Kuzma. Fires the three. Good contest. Made it tough for Kuzma.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Danny Green to James. Can't connect. Leonard. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. James. Not that time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the deep. Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Leonard. Tough shot. Well defended. Goes to the left side. For three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and it's Leonard there to clear the rebound. To George. Beyond the arc for three. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
James. Yes! And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Missed it at the line. Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there. Los Angeles has the basketball. Kuzma to James. Curling inside. Got to the rim but couldn't finish. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. JaVale McGee tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To James. Shot from the lane won't go.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Deep three at the buzzer. It's good. And it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. First half in the books. It's been all Clippers so far. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. George Tough shot. He hits.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Kyle Kuzma. No good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Leonard, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. LeBron into the front court. Trailing by 15. Look out. Anthony Davis with the slam.
Brow down. Ed, when you coming to my town?
Wow, you rhyming right there?
Obviously.
George smothering D. To Kyle Kuzma. Has a look. And he buries it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Leonard. And the Lakers with the rebound. Lakers at the controls right now. LeBron James. Tough matchup against George. From long range, textbook defense. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Leonard. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Buries it. It's a 3.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
DeMarcus knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Kuzma rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
George. Shot off the mark. Good defense. To James. And flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Oh, they called a foul, Jay.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
George. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
George. He was all over him. Across the timeline comes James. His guys down by 9. Screen coming. Kuzma against George. To Davis. Scores from the post.
This is what we call turning up here in the second half. I don't know what was said during the timeout or during the team huddle, but this player has really started to come out and play with purpose in the second half.
And the Lakers have the rebound. To Cousins. For 3. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. George. It's LeBron with the rebound. To Cousins. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. He missed it. To Paul George. He throws it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Strong finish for Paul George.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Davis. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Deep three. At the buzzer. It'll be Lakers ball as we begin the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
George. Paul George is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Second and 3 is good. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. LBJ with it. To Davis. And the finish. Slam dunk.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
He shoots. Oh, off the mark. To James. Short jumper off the mark. Lets it fly from long range. Message received. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Trying to cash in. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
The great defenders, the ones that really earn their paycheck, are the ones that refuse to be screened. You stuck to that screen like Velcro.
And Paul George nails it from downtown.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with the three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Davis gets it in the right corner. Baseline drive. James, and he buries it.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Timeout called here by the Clippers. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
The best basketball. And I know I'm saying this, and I shouldn't be saying it because I'm calling the broadcast, but as a player and a fan, you know you tune in to the fourth. This is where guys earn their paychecks. This is where you see real fight and real hustle.
LeBron with it up top. His guys down 11. Fires the 3. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. Leonard. That's good D. Shot no good. To Kyle Kuzma. Clippers have got it. And finishes strong.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Nothing going here on that drive. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to cement his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Gets it in the left corner. Kyle Kuzma. Yes.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
To Leonard. Runner here. Won't go down. JaVale McGee snatching it out of the air. James into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. To Leonard. And a throwdown.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with one remaining the rest of the way. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Leonard. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
To Kyle Kuzma. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kyle Kuzma. Leonard. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Here's James with a chance. Not going down for him this time.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Lakers ball. James, he's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I would be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat 5.
Leonard, that right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.